Two moms were proudly raising their daughter, but then one man butted in. As soon as a kid's born, the world has expectations for them. How to live, where to live, what to do, how to do it, and who to be when they're all grown up. When something or someone doesn't really fit those expectations, we tend to judge them unfairly. When it comes to kids who break the mold, we should definitely try and keep our cool. These 8 kids challenged society's expectations in bold ways and were often met with vicious backlash. Even still, they put up brave fights to get what they wanted and won. Jen Anderson Shattuck and her wife Audra got married in 2008 and became parents in 2013 when Jen gave birth to a beautiful baby. Rue was instantly born into a loving and accepting family with 2 strong moms. What more could one wish for? Rue was a happy kid who liked to do jigsaw puzzles, play with cars, do crafts, and who loved being outside and playing in the park or on the beach. At the age of 3, Rue began to behave in a way that raised a few eyebrows. On August 24, 2016, Jen spent a lovely summer day with Rue at the park in their hometown Plymouth, Massachusetts. Jen allowed Rue to pick an outfit, so the young child donned a t-shirt, sneakers, and a tutu. Suddenly, an angry-looking man appeared. He yelled at the mother and child, even addressing Rue directly without Jen's permission. "She shouldn't keep doing this to you," he said. "You're a boy, she's a bad mommy, this is child abuse." Nobody knew at the time that Rue might be a girl. She was assigned male at birth, had short hair and peed standing up, but she also loved wearing tutus. When she became 5.5 years old, she began saying, "I think I'm a girl, I'm actually a girl." No surgery or hormones were involved, but Rue's moms did accept their child as a girl, if that's what she felt like she was. The man at the park had yelled at a child for wearing what she felt most comfortable in. Jen detailed her encounter at the park on Facebook, and it created a trending hashtag #tutus4Rue. Many people of different genders showed off their best tutu pics to stand with little Rue. But Rue's decision to don a tutu was not unique to her. Dyson Kolotovitz loved dressing up as a princess but was often bullied for it. When his mother asked him about why he still wanted to wear the skirts and dresses, he claimed, "I'm a princess boy." Inspired by her son's enthusiasm and bravery, Cheryl Kiladavis sought the help of illustrator Suzanne de Simone and self-published a children's book about kids who don't quite conform to society's standards. Rue and Dyson are not the only young kids who rock a good tutu. 6-year-old Cage loves sharks, build a science guy swimming, and pink fluffy things. Cage told his mom Dawn he just liked playing princesses and ninjas and didn't want to be made fun of, and that girls are allowed to do boy things too, she said. He said it's not fair. Dawn and her husband gave Cage the freedom to express himself however he wanted. He proudly wore his tutu, but he also liked wearing dress shirts and ties to school, as well as a purple mohawk. Look at this little punk. Stories of those like Cage, Rue, and Dyson are plentiful. Isaac Wolf was assigned female at birth and used to be known to his friends and family as Sierra Stambaugh. As a teen, he realized he identified as a male. Things were tough during his senior year of high school because not everyone accepted him for who he was. He was originally nominated as prom queen but fought hard to be considered for the title of prom king instead. He also has to have his new name read at graduation rather than his dead name. In both instances, his persistence paid off. He was called Isaac. Meanwhile, 7-year-old Bobby Montoya had presented female traits from a very young age. She played with Barbie dolls, wore her hair long, and often wore androgynous or female clothing. Still, she was denied what she wanted more than anything. Bobby desperately wanted to join the Girl Scouts but was initially rejected because she still had boy parts. Bobby's mom called the Girl Scout headquarters and the organization apologized. Bobby was welcomed with open arms to sell cookies and collect badges. There was another little girl who had an even bigger wish than Bobby did. This Canadian child came out as transgender to her parents at 8 years old and began to fight for the identity of female when she was only 10. With the help of her grandma, she wrote to the government asking to change her identity on her birth certificate. The kid, once known as Declan Cunningham, became Harriet. When a baby is born, she said, "You don't know if it will be male, female, intersex, transgender, or gender fluid. Gender's more than what's between your legs." When people pass as their self-identified gender, meaning people can't tell they're trans by looking at them, they are more easily validated. Lila Perry did not pass as she came out after puberty and wasn't on hormone therapy. Still, the 17-year-old wore skirts, makeup, and long wigs to school. Lila felt uncomfortable and out of place in the men's restroom and locker room but wasn't allowed to use the girls'. Some students and their parents protested her using the girls' facilities, even though Lila wasn't even attracted to women. Other people had her back, but she still dropped gym and tried switching schools altogether. Last but not least is the famous story of Jazz Jennings. At only 13 years old, Jazz became an advocate for transgender children when she wrote a book titled I Am Jazz, chronicling her own journey towards being accepted as a girl. But she and her family weren't quite done yet. Jazz's parents and siblings helped her set up the Trans Kids Purple Rainbow Foundation to support other transgender youth. Later, she founded the company Purple Rainbow Tales, which made mermaid tales for genderqueer kids to raise money. As of 2018, Jazz was working on a transgender doll to be sold in stores and constantly met with other queer youth to help them in their battles in any way she can. The minute a child is born, there are already many expectations weighing on its shoulders. When they don't meet those expectations, we must accept and love them for the way they are. In other words, if a child wants to wear a tutu, let them wear a tutu.